ahead. All right. Okay, we're here with Andy, and I'm Brian, and we're going to talk about some Amazon today, guys. Just, you know, we both really enjoy selling on Amazon. I think I've told you guys on some of my YouTube videos that, um, Andy's a little bit of a newer seller. I'm a little bit more seasoned, but we definitely shoot ideas off each other all the time, and really excited to kind of talk about different topics on Amazon. And the first thing we want to do is just kind of introduce ourselves. I have talked about myself a little bit, how I got into Amazon. First of all, let's talk to Andy, see what kind of how he got into Amazon. Maybe why he enjoys it, and just what got him into it. So, what do you say, Andy? What kind of got you into
Sure.
Amazon to start off?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Andy, by the way. So yeah, I basically just got started on Amazon this summer, just doing a lot of research and um, a lot of YouTube research and just learning about everything about Amazon FBA. Starting this summer and kind of went ahead and dove in and got started on a product and so that product is currently in production. I am a new seller, like Brian said, and have not actually sold anything on Amazon to this point. But I have my first product that's in production right now.
Cool.
Expecting that to ship out in about a week, and then should launch in early to mid-January.
Awesome. Awesome. So, um, kind of tell us how you got to that product, Andy. How did you did you find it yourself? You did the research. What software did you use? Like, how did you
Yeah,
get?
so I did do the research myself. Back to the YouTube, I watched a ton of YouTube videos, just kind of spent a lot of time educating myself on different product research methods and everything like that.
Mhm.
I am a paying member of Jungle Scout, so I do have the Jungle Scout software. I use the
Yeah.
Helium 10 free version also.
Okay. I
Um,
like that. Yeah. Good
yeah,
software.
but mostly been doing Jungle Scout. Um, Actually, this was kind of funny. It was my first product I found. First product I ever even considered was this product.
Really?
And then, yeah,
I didn't know
and
that.
then, found five or six more that I thought, maybe were better, maybe not.
Hmm.
Um, as I did more market research into all those products, kind of went back to that original first one that I found as the best one.
Awesome,
Um,
man. Awesome. So
it's
you
a really low competition product. Like the ceiling for sales is not all that high.
okay?
It's not a product I'm going to go making 20 grand a month at.
You never
Um,
know. You never know. Look at
I mean,
me.
you never know.
I never thought that either.
Yeah, nobody in the market's doing that much right now. It's kind of a product that I'm shooting for more like 5 or 6 thousand a month, and
Awesome.
maybe make 1,000 or two profit out of that.
Hey,
Um,
that's a start.
but yeah, kind of a really low competition. Hopefully, good first product.
Pretty lightweight too, right? You said pretty lightweight.
Yeah, it's very lightweight. It's less than it's about 7/10 of a pound.
Wow. Okay,
So
so shipping shouldn't be too much of an issue, but as we all know, shipping's very expensive. So
yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a unique product because it's actually in a box that's 12 by 12 inches and 6 inches
Wow.
tall.
Wow.
Uh,
Now you got
so
me intrigued.
yeah, so it's like a super lightweight, but not that small of a product. So shipping's, based on dimensional weight.
That's true. That too. Yep.
So that kind of hurt me a little bit, but
Well, hey, it's good for your first product, product to get your feet wet. So
yeah.
yeah, not a bad idea. Um, just to kind of give you guys a recap, those of if watched my YouTube video, I'm one of Paul's students. You may have seen me on there, and I started a product off of his list, but I've differentiated it, and it's really taken off. Just to show you guys my sales right now, and this isn't to brag. I'm just kind of just showing you guys what's possible, and I'm frankly amazed myself. I am not. Um, I don't know how it happened, but this is only 20 units of it. I sell another smaller product that's I've sold 2 units of. But let me actually show you guys my sales real quick. And yeah, so if you can see that clearly, um, I'm not sure. Pretty good, kind of backwards there. So, but anyway, I'm at $1,000 just for today, which is fantastic. Um, really, I got an Amazon because I worked with a wholesaler who I met at work, and he really got me into just selling at flea markets and different things. Started going to like wholesalecentral.com. I tried to start selling. I sold sheets and pillows. Sold them to people. I'd meet them and sell them to them. I'd do a Facebook flea market. Just really try to grind and hustle. And I did shoes. I did everything under the sun. I went to Goodwill. I tried to do retail arbitrage. I did all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's kind of how I got into it. Then I just came upon Paul's videos one day. I can't even specifically remember where, and I just got intrigued and I couldn't stop watching. And from there, I just fell in love with Amazon, and I've been addicted to it ever since. So I started at the beginning of this year, and it's pretty much taken off from there. And this is my third product I've launched. I do a retail arbitrage product that does pretty well as this the main product. I'm about to have another product hit at the beginning of hopefully the end of next week. By the end of next week, before Christmas, hopefully I'll do well there. Love the numbers, looks great. Also found that with Jungle Scout, which I love. And I know, Andy, we talked about Opportunity Finder.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had much luck the last few days, but I did find probably 7 or 8 products with that. What do you think about that software? Tell me what
Yeah,
you
I
think.
mean, you actually told me about Opportunity Finder first,
Yeah,
and
new product from Jungle Scout.
yeah, I think I jumped on like later that day or the next day after you
Right.
told me about it, and I felt the same way. I felt like I found 5 to 10 products that I kind of wanted to pursue right away off of that.
Yeah, really
Um,
good numbers. Right.
oh yeah, super good numbers. I'm having a little bit of trouble differentiating the holiday numbers,
Right, and you got
versus
to be
what
careful.
those
That's a
numbers
good
would
point.
be.
Yeah.
Right. Because even items that aren't necessarily seasonal, but they, of course, could be bought as gifts.
Yeah.
So kind of, seeing how that goes. But
Right.
it's funny that you say you haven't had as much luck the last couple of days because I actually have felt that way too. Um,
Okay, I'm not alone. Good.
yeah. No, I felt like I put in the same search parameters
Yeah.
today, actually, this morning, as I had been using and had very few results.
Yeah, really weird. I totally agree. I did not find the same stuff I had found the previous days. I'm not
Yep.
sure if they changed something in their search criteria, but I felt like I put in the same search criteria on my end. Now, whether or not Jungle Scout changed something, I don't know, but it was fantastic like the first 2 or 3 days, and then it really hasn't been great the last couple.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. I feel exactly the same. Yeah.
Weird,
Like
right? I
yeah.
don't know.
I even went in and intentionally like searched down to one product, like trying to see if they'd list me that
Right.
one product again, and they wouldn't.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. We might have to go back to old search methods,
I
unfortunately.
know, I know. They thought it was too good.
I know they probably did. They're like, yeah, we can't have everybody finding all these good products here. We got to take them for
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, it really was good. I found the bunch. Luckily, I've did some screenshots of them, which is great. I don't know what I really like to do, and Paul's talked about this. I really like to jump on different sellers' accounts and actually see
uh-huh.
what they're selling. You can find gold that way, and
Yep.
and this is actually how I found the one I'm about to launch next week. I did a lot of research on it. I found it. Opportunity Finder actually did find it. I searched for Opportunity Finder yesterday, trying to find that same product. It wasn't there. So don't know what's changed, but it's very interesting, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I've done a lot of the searching through the other sellers as well. Like
Yeah,
when I
good way.
find a product that's making good money and their listing looks really, really good and seems like they've kind of just really nailed their listing. Um, I've looked through their storefront and kind of found other good ideas that way too.
Oh, absolutely. So if you're since you're kind of the newer seller, and I can think back and kind of remember, what do you recommend if somebody wants to get into Amazon? Where would you start? What would you do? Um, what are you experiencing right now? Who are you watching? What are you learning? Just any tips you might have for new sellers kind of getting into it that want to do it.
Yeah, um, so most of my tips would be, based off someone that has no experience actually selling yet,
Hmm.
but YouTube is kind of the place to go if you don't
Sure,
know any information on FBA.
I would agree.
You and I both stumbled on Paul's YouTube.
Right.
Uh, we talked a little bit about Kevin David and Dan Voss and a couple guys like that I've watched too.
Cool.
Uh,
Cool.
but I really, really have like a researcher's mentality. I
Okay.
love research. I
Good.
love I love the market analysis type stuff. Um,
Awesome.
so I actually almost have like a weird obsession with researching for this sort of thing.
Hmm.
Um, so I spend a lot of time on product research, a
Great.
lot of time on YouTube. Um, just really just spending as much time educating yourself as you can. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people that might be in the same position I was in maybe 60 days ago would watch YouTube for like a year, and never,
Yeah, yeah,
and then never do anything.
right.
Um,
So you got to take
so
action, right? I
you
mean,
got to take action. I mean,
yeah.
I hope it works out for me. I don't know yet, but I'm, definitely not somebody afraid of kind of jumping in and learning a bit as I go too.
Now, I don't know if you're comfortable talking about it, Andy. You do have another kind of product you kind of tried our project. Maybe talk a little bit about that. So it sounds to me like that was much more of a grind. I'm really impressed with what you did with it. Um, so you kind of tried to jump into a business situation before that wasn't necessarily related to Amazon. Are you comfortable talking about that?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about it some. Yeah, it's kind of a strange experience, but yeah. So I'm in healthcare as a career and had a crazy
Me
idea
as
related
well in
to
healthcare,
yeah,
by the way.
uh, crazy product idea related to sports. Being a sports fan. Um, so me and a friend of mine actually went in together and invented something that we called Fantron, and it
Check
was
it out, guys. Pretty neat.
yeah. I mean, you can check it out, Fantron.com.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a TV surround for your man cave at home to simulate a jumbotron.
Really cool looking too.
Uh, so that's actually it led me down a lot of interesting roads, kind of inventing something and having to hire engineers and develop CAD drawings and stuff like that for a product.
Awesome.
Um, and just kind of build it from the ground up. There was no existing supplier that makes this kind of thing.
Which is a whole nother ball game, right? Because
Oh yeah.
if you've heard people on Amazon, and I get this from a lot of people. People think you have to create something, and you did that, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you had some hiccups, but you created a product, you invented something. And when I talk to people, and I don't know if this is the same experience you have when I talk to them about Amazon, is I say, you can do this or that, and they're saying, well, if I could just think of a great product to create, they think you have to invent a product. And I think that's where Amazon differs a little bit. Do you think you have to create a product here? Because differentiation isn't creating a product, it's typically putting products together that sell well.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
necessarily
So
creating anything. You're creating a bundle, maybe, or something like that.
mhm. Yeah, it's almost more like just making small tweaks to an existing product. And
Yes.
um, so I stumbled upon Alibaba before I ever stumbled upon Amazon FBA.
Okay.
Because I was looking for a manufacturer to make a small metal component of that other product.
Perfect. So you had some experience with Alibaba.
Yeah. And I actually ended up stumbling on an item that was something that I had wanted to purchase just as a consumer for a
Hmm.
while.
Yeah.
Um, and I happened to stumble on the supplier that made that item for that brand.
It was interesting, huh?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know that I should really say what that brand was, but it's
You don't have to.
it's a just a brand of something that I kind of wanted for a long time, but I'd never spent the money to buy because it was a few $100s. Um, and I ended up going on Alibaba and just having them send me a sample, and it was branded as that brand.
Interesting, right?
So it just kind of made me learn how some of these companies are, using
Oh
existing
yeah.
manufacturers, putting their brand on it and kind of making it their own thing.
Well,
Uh,
it kind of brings me to some of my objections when I can think of. The reason, even in wholesale, I always kind of like had this idea wholesale would be a really cool thing to get into. But I'm like, I
mhm,
don't have 50, 100 grand. Everybody I would talk to, and they've never done it, so they probably had no idea. They were probably talking out of their butts, just saying like, oh, you need 100 grand to start doing wholesale. You have to buy 10,000 pieces.
mhm,
That, and maybe that was true 10, 20 years ago. I don't really know. But with Alibaba, the game has changed. You can get 250. You can get 300. I've gotten as
mhm,
little as 200 items.
mhm,
The one I'm selling now, I've got 200 to start. So you don't have to be a millionaire to start, right? I mean, this isn't. you don't have to have $100,000 or even 50,000 or even $10,000 necessarily to start, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
and I really thought that was interesting because everybody I talk to, they either think you have to create a new product or you have to have a ton of money to buy wholesale. And I think neither one of those is true. You can start for as little as 2 or 3 grand. And
Hmm.
that I thought was amazing. And when I heard that, I knew the opportunity was there. And then it made me believe it even more after watching the videos on YouTube, like Paul's videos. So,
Yeah.
did you have a similar experience as far as you know feedback that you got when you tell people about Amazon?
Yeah, actually, so I did. I haven't actually even discussed this with a lot of people, to be honest. Um, I know, just to give a financial example, like my first product, I bought 300 units,
Okay,
right around $2,100.
that's not
Uh,
bad at all. 300 units,
not,
2,100. That's not. I mean, I don't want
yeah,
to say it's nothing, but it's a lot of money to me. 2,100. But in the scheme of things, really, to start a business,
right,
that's
yeah,
not bad.
yeah. I thought it was very low for starting a business, and
Yeah.
for starting a business that's almost ready to hit the ground running. I mean, really, besides a little bit of photography,
Right.
and you've already got the platform with Amazon being there.
It's amazing,
Um,
right? Absolutely.
yeah. So, I'm going to spend maybe a couple $100 on photography and having some infographics done.
Uh-oh,
And then,
infographics. What are infographics? I'm curious to hear. Is that a special type of picture or video or what?
yeah, so just a picture or graphic with
With a
some
branding or
words.
something? Okay.
Yeah, with a branding or kind of some words showing features of the product or pointing out features of the product.
Lifestyle pictures. That's what we would call those lifestyle pictures,
Yeah,
right?
lifestyle pictures too.
Yeah.
And I've got kind of an infographic just showing like what my product includes and the size of it and stuff like
Awesome.
that.
Awesome.
Um, and then I spent probably $200 ordering the actual product of my competitors.
There you go. So you got samples. Right now, how many samples did you get?
Yeah, so I got three samples from different suppliers, and then I also bought the three products from competitors
Competitors,
from
right?
Amazon.
Yeah, because that gives you an idea of what are these other people selling. How can I make it better? And if you have a
Yep,
sample in your hand, you can compare that to the competitor you bought off of Amazon. You truly have understanding of the product itself, and that's how you
yeah,
get quality, right? I mean, that's how
yeah.
you do it. Yeah,
Well, and actually, for this particular product, my differentiation was almost 100% based off of the negative Amazon reviews
that's great.
for my
So you're
competitors.
taking advantage of a bad quality product, correct? You're
Yeah,
making a better product,
yeah.
and that truly is your differentiation. Then it sounds like yes.
It is, yeah. I'm not doing any sort of rare bundle or anything like that.
There you
For
go.
this product, is actually delivering a higher quality product.
Well, you solved an issue, and that's really what it's all about. If you have quality pictures, you have a quality product, you can make it, you can sell. And I think that's part of it. It's a huge part of it. And I've been harping on that in the YouTube videos. You guys have to understand that you have to have both good quality pictures, listing, but you have to have a good product. If you don't have a good product, unless you're the only one selling it, you're gonna lose money and you get
Hmm.
bad reviews, right? So we don't want that.
Yeah, it seems like if your quality's not there, you might do okay for those first couple months until the reviews start to pile in,
Yep.
and then
And then you're in trouble.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then you had a nice run, but then it's over, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I want to just tell you guys we're gonna try to do this once a week. I think is the plan, right, Andy?
Yep.
And it was a good first intro. Probably keep it around 30 minutes or so. We'd love for you guys to like and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you join us. Maybe do some live videos. Maybe some interviews with some people that are maybe new and maybe more seasoned. But at any rate, guys, we really appreciate you coming to take a look at our video today. If you guys have comments and questions about what you might want us to cover, we can certainly get into more details. I think we can honestly talk all night. We have a ton of content. I think we're constantly talking about it, right? Andy, would you agree? We're
Yep.
constantly bouncing ideas off each other. Um,
Absolutely.
so I'll just cut us off here. We're gonna hopefully do this every Friday. Is that the plan? I think.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah. So we'll try to do this every Friday, guys. Again, please like and subscribe. Please share our videos. And we're gonna try to. I think the plan is to hopefully get Paul in here for an interview as well, and maybe we can come up with some good questions for him. So if you guys have some good questions, put them in the comments. We would love to hear them. Maybe we can ask Paul, and we'll go from there. Okay.
All right, sounds great.
And do you have anything you want to add to that? Maybe just
No,
tell
that
people to
sounds
take
great.
action. I know you mentioned that. You got to take action. You can't sit there and watch forever, right? You can't stay on the sidelines forever if you want to make it.
Yeah, yeah. I think people need to watch and spend some time educating themselves, but not too much, and
Right.
actually
Right.
educate and then learn the rest as you go, and don't be afraid to take action.
Yeah, have a sense of urgency, guys, and that's what we're all about. We're here to help you, and we want to make other people successful and tell you about our experience as well. So, thanks again for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.